air. This is Regina Reed, and I am excited to be here. I'm waiting, give you all a few more minutes. It'll be about 5 minutes and we'll get started. Just want to tell everybody thank you for coming and watching my webinar tonight. I know it's kind of late for Saturday night, so if you got to go to church, just know that it may last about an hour. I may be able to get you out at 45 minutes. But I wanted to go through this and I'm going to make it as interesting as I can because I've had this problem before. I know how it is when you're looking for help, and I'm going to do my best to give you the information that you need. Now, this class is for free. At a later date, it won't be, but for now, it's free because there's a lot of people that need this information. I wanted to share this tonight. And if you stay until the end, you will get a bonus. You get a bonus by tomorrow night because I was still working on the bonuses. So I haven't finished putting the bonuses together. So you'll get the bonuses in your email. So if you haven't registered yet, you still have time to register for this webinar. You have to be registered to get the bonus because I'm going to email the bonuses out. And I'll remind you again at the end, make myself a note, but you must be registered to get the bonuses. And you can invite other people to join while we're going through it. Does not matter. You can call your friends or text them and tell them to join. And I will be happy to have as many people as we can get in those seats. So just remember, I will have the bonuses at the end. And if you all have questions, I will answer those at the end. So if I just keep talking and I'm not answering any questions yet, that's because I wanted to kind of stay on track because I know it is kind of late. And I will try to get y'all out of here. Not won't hold you. I won't hold you excessively. I'll move on quickly. So this is the first time I'm doing this webinar. So there may be a few little things on my slides. So don't not send me messages and say, hey, you got that spelt wrong or you got that word wrong. I'll get it straight. Just give me a little time. And I'm just looking forward to this. I'm excited, a little nervous, but hey, I play on my video camera all the time. So this is the first time I've done a live broadcast. So this is gonna be fun to go through and do it live. So I'm gonna wait a couple more minutes and then we are going to get started. So as you come in, just come in and get comfortable. Get you some water. I got my water here. So if you hear me swallowing, that's because I got a little dry. So I'll get you some water and some tea. Get your notebook. You might want to take notes. And we are going to start here in 2 minutes. So we're going to be on time. Well, 1 minute. We're going to get started. Okay. And I hope you all had a good day. I did. I've been working all day. I've been put in a computer for a customer. Well, he got a new computer and I'm moving data for him. I posted on Facebook and took a nap to try to get enough energy to do this. But I'm here. I'm ready. I'm excited. And like I said, we got 1 more minute and then we're going to get started because I am going to start these webinars on time because the only way you can finish on time is start on time. We've got a few seconds and then we're going to start. Okay, it is 9 o'clock and we are starting. How to grow your hair thick and long without researching for 10,000 hours. Fix my broken hair. My beliefs are my thoughts. Regina Dean Reed's Masterclass. Okay. The purpose of this masterclass is to build a regimen, repair thinning spots, and grow healthy hair. To get rid of weaves, get rid of wigs, and properly care for your hair. I was a newlywed woman on a military base for a business trip with my then husband. I remember combing my hair and I could feel a balding spot in the top of my head. And this is a picture of what my head looked like, and a picture of a very busy sink there, but this is what I was looking at. This is where we'll start. Take a picture of your happy spot. Why a happy spot? Both my hair problems and my first husband are a thing of the past. But the reason I call it a happy spot, let me go back. Why a happy spot? I call it a happy spot because you're going to be happy when that spot is filled in with hair. So I call it my happy spot. I don't give it a negative name. I give it a positive name. Okay, both my hair problems and my first husband are a thing of the past, which is good. I was okay. I was trying to figure out what happened and how to fix it. I asked beauticians. I asked beauty supply store owners. No help at all. I started researching everything I could read or watch. I have at least 10,000 hours of research in my head about hair and counting. I'm still researching. I want to be able to feel good about my hair again. That's what I kept thinking. I just want to feel good again. So that I could enjoy being able to wear my own hair in any style. And I remember there was the little twist things you put in your hair and you can make those buns. And I didn't have enough hair to do that. And at one time I did, and I knew something was wrong. And I remember thinking, I wish I had enough hair where I could wear this thing again. And it was something I wanted to do. But I was too cheap to buy wigs or weaves, and I'm still too cheap for that. Once I got my relaxed hair to my waist length, I wrote a book, and I did finally get, everything together and got to waist length. And here's the pictures. This first picture, this was the beginning. This is when I first started getting my relaxed hair in shape. And this is a wash. Well, actually, I didn't roll it up. I think I braided it here and rolled it up. And this is the length here, and this is the longest it got. And this is relaxed. I wrote this book to help others who are having the same trouble. And I do have a book. It's called Fix My Broken Hair. So that you won't have to keep struggling with damaged hair. The problem was that after 4 years of growing my hair to my ideal length, and for me, and when I say waist, most people think waist is further down. Your waist is kind of high. And if you're Blanchard, your waist is really high. So I'm a descendant from the Blanchard. So we have to watch that short waistline. But your waist is a little higher than most people think. I finally could see some positive results, which meant after working so hard to get to the length I wanted and getting my book finished, I was so excited. It was finally finished. I'm happily remarried at this time. So this is now. I've told you about the past. Now we're moving forward. Then I had to have an emergency hysterectomy. After all this happened, remarried, hair, to the length I wanted, and then I had to have a hysterectomy, which caused huge chunks of my relaxed hair to start falling out, like leaves from the trees in the fall. I was all set to sell my book, and I was having hair trouble again, which I was so sad about my hair again. I'm thinking I just got through this bald spot and now it's thinning out again. I was scared and hurt. I had another setback. Then, as if by chance, something amazing happened. And this amazing thing happened because I have an amazing husband. I guess my hubby, Oscar, and y'all don't tell him I used his name, thought I needed cheering up because he knew I was just hurt. So he said, let's rent a movie. That's when I watched the movie by Chris Rock, Good Hair. And I know some of y'all probably have seen that movie. Uh, it was it was an eye opener for me. I laughed and wanted to cry at the same time. I knew it was time to get rid of my relaxer. Yes, I was addicted to the creamy relaxers, and that's not what he called it. I just call it creamy relaxer, but y'all know what he kept calling it in the movie. I was addicted. I didn't let any natural hair show. If I saw some natural hair sticking out, I'd slap some relaxer on it. I knew I needed to go natural. Natural hair was the best thing for me. Now, natural hair is not for everybody because it does take a lot of getting used to. But this is the hair we were born with, and I think we should all know how to care for our natural hair. It was now crystal clear to me how to stop worrying about damaged, relaxed hair and to just concentrate on healthy hair because I saw I could control the entire process around my hair care and actually grow more hair myself. A lot of people depend on other people to grow their hair. They think that, oh, I need somebody else to treat my hair. I need somebody else to do this and that. But you can take care of your hair yourself. You just need the right information and the right tools. I also learned that you don't need a special product to grow long, thick hair. There is no secret product. Now, I will admit there are products that are better for your hair, but there's not any magical products that you can put on your hair and wake up the next morning like Rapunzel. That don't happen. It's not magic, it's science. And when I wrote this sentence, I thought about it really is science. And science has always been my favorite class. I was a science geek. And when I started thinking about my hair as a science project, then it started to make sense why I like messing with my hair. I wrote in a I belong to a group and I put that I repair hair, I repair computers and I repair hair. And I thought that's what I do. Those are the two things that I think about most of the time when I'm not doing anything else. You need to focus on creating a good regimen instead. And that's when I realized this is science. There's an art to it. There is a method to it. There's a reason why your hair is not doing what it should. As a result, I got too many eyes there. Big chopped my hair down to 3 inches with scissors. And y'all, I promise you, when I got ready to do this, I was scared. I was nervous, sweating. And I remember I told my husband, I said, I'm just gonna cut it off. I'm gonna cut the relaxed part off. And it's a whole lot more relaxed hair than natural. And when you look at it, when you get the relaxed hair hanging on there, it stretches it. So I didn't know for sure what I was into for. And I told him, I said, what do you think? And he said, I'll love you no matter what your hair looks like. And when he said that, I knew, I said, well, I know I got the right man because I'm just going to cut this hair. And I cut it. And this is where I started. And that's stretched because it's got conditioner. And you can see now that I look at the picture again, I can see all of those the relaxed ends that are still there. Because look, there's a bunch of relaxed ends right here that needed cutting. So I ended up going back and cutting some more, but I cut this is 3 inches right here. And it was 3 inches all over. And I looked like a little boy because I don't wear makeup, so I really look like a boy. But you know, you do what you gotta do. Okay. So after I did that, I started on my new hair journey with a healthy scalp and healthy hair. And you notice from this picture, you don't see that bald spot. Now I've got the crooked part there. The spot, my happy spot, not bald spot, my happy spot is still there, but the natural hair was so thick and so strong that it was covering it, depending on which way I parted my hair. So it was covering it. And that was the good part. That was the best part about it. Okay, so I started with a healthy scalp and healthy hair. And these are just pictures of me with the haircut. And yes, I had to go through, I had to deal with it. And there was me stretching it out, looking, trying to see how it had gotten a little length to it. I thought, hey, it's growing. But this is what I started out with. And natural hair is just like that. You're going to have bad hair days. I laughed at, I get my medicine from our local Walmart. And one of the ladies there, one of the girls, that she has beautiful hair, by the way, she said, your hair is looking a lot better. I said, it was really messed up, wasn't it? She said, mm-hmm. And it really was. I was looking horrible. But I thought about this. This is my hair, and I'm going to wear my hair however it looks. Suddenly, I was growing healthy hair. I had to share this wonderful information with other women who needed this help. And y'all, I went and I started telling everybody at church and everybody I saw, oh, you need to go natural. Natural is great, wonderful. But everybody don't want to go natural. So I had to quit telling people that. And I had to wait until people asked me, what was I doing? But that's when I realized that uh, the secret was, see too many twos there, hang in there with me, y'all, to establish my own regimen according to my hair type. And y'all, there is a class on hair type. I mean, it's just that much information. And if you all want to know your hair type, that's something that I might, when this class is for sale, the hair typing information will be in there. It'll be a video of its own, because hair typing is a science as well. It would take another class to explain types to I don't know what else going there. I will just give you the short. I'm gonna just give you the short definition of hair types. There are 4 types, and each. Now here I said that each have a B, and C version. Actually, the 4 has the A, B, and C version, and I will change that slide as well. But these are the types. This is a 1. This is a 2A, and now I can't see the. Okay, there's the 2B. You got the. Let's see. I can't see all of the things because I've got something on my screen here, but you can see the numbers underneath there, I hope. And this is where I am. I'm down here in these 4s. And I probably have a 4A, 4B, somewhere in here. I may even have a little bit of this little 3C in there now that I look at it. But this is a rough, just rough estimate of the hair typing. I mean, it's more to it than this, but this is roughly what it is. All right. I saw there were so many naturals out there who had healthy waist length hair, and y'all, I have seen some hair. And in the class, the class that I will sell, all of that information will be there as well. My plan was to grow my hair to waist length. I said if I could do it with relax, I could do it natural. Then repeating this process with more women, because once I got it done, I thought, well, let me see if I can get other people at least get their hair healthy and filled back in. If you don't get the waist length, at least get it thicker. So I started coming up with regimens for my sisters, and they're not ready to share their hair pictures yet, but I promise you I'm going to get them pictures. But we didn't stop there. Then I got an AI, sat down and began working on this training. After that, I planned to help a new group of women with their hair. But there was still a problem. I see a problem there too. I'm gonna get that off. I still need to add to my regimen so my hair will be shiny and defined. And y'all, up until this week, and I am doing different products. I'm using the Main Choice for leaf clover. I've got one of my sisters is using one of the other ladies, I'll have that when I do this again. I'll have the names written down of what everybody's using, but we're using different products. I want to see what it does to our different hair types. But I finally got my hair to shine like I wanted to, and I got it defined. But right now it is needing a washing because I didn't get a chance to wash it because I was getting ready for y'all. It takes hours researching and looking for new products to add to my list. And I do. I spend a lot of time researching and looking for the right products. I'm offering tools to my clients. And when I say clients, tools to you all to make sure that each item is available to you. That is something that I am still working on. So I will have a complete list of everything I talk about in this training for the people that came and people that have email addresses. I will have a list for you so that you can get these products. You can order them, or you'll at least have a list to carry with you if you go to the store to buy it. But I chose to call this training "Fix My Broken Hair" as well. Yeah, and I thought about I probably ought to call it "Fixed," and I'm gonna do something there. I will. I just thought of something. Uh huh. So I'm a doctor on that slide too. I thought if we could create something, or if I could create something that would make it possible to help any women with hair trouble, thin edges, thin in the top, correct the problems, we'd all be really happy because I know I was happier when my hair came back. My older sister, one of my oldest, both I'm the baby, so there was four of us. My oldest sister passed the last year. And she told people, she said, Regina knows something, she knows something. And I thought, what do I know? But when I started putting this training together, I thought maybe I do know something I could use to help somebody. All right, my sister, right under my oldest sister, which is the second oldest, was having hair trouble. And she called me yesterday and she was so excited because the problem, her happy spot, hair is long enough to braid now. And she was just tickled to death. And that joy made me feel good. I felt like I did something good for her. And that's the joy I want to do, to give all of you that are having the same problem, to let you know that it can be changed. You can get your hair back. You don't have to hide your head and be afraid. After creating a book to help women solve their hair trouble, I created Fix My Broken Hair class. And like I said, I'm gonna rewrite that, but yeah, that's where this class came from. I now have a book, a class, and a regimen for anyone needing hair help. And 7 tips we're gonna cover. And now I changed that to tonight, but I see today is still up there, but that is okay. Tip 1, learn to build a regimen that works. What is clarifying shampoo? How to find moisturizing shampoo and when to use it. What is leave-in conditioner? What is natural and essential oils? And I mentioned both oils because a lot of the serums and things that you're going to be using on your hair is going to have both. If you do something with just the essential oils, they're too strong. And some people are allergic. So, if you're allergic and the stuff is too strong, it will itch. Most people don't realize that if you use a shampoo and your head itch right after you wash your hair, you're allergic to it. If you use a conditioner and right after you use it, your head's itching, you're allergic to it. So, you have to kind of know that when you're putting something in your hair on your scalp and it's itching. A lot of people go, "Oh, I just washed my hair and I'm itching." Well, you're allergic. It's not you're not supposed to be itching. Your hair's not supposed to itch. People go, "I need to wash my hair, my hair's itching." No, you're allergic to something. So that's what's going on with that. Rinse out conditioner, which the rinse out conditioner is the one that you see the most. You see the shampoo and the conditioner. That's what I'm calling the rinse out conditioner, because you rinse it out of your hair after you put it in for maybe a minute or two and then you rinse it out. And then the deep conditioner. This is the one that I had to learn about. And you would think I would have known about this, but when we were little, I remember we had a shampoo. I was telling my sister, we were laughing about that. It was called Brick. I haven't seen it on the market. I don't know if they still offer it, but it was called Brick. And I thought, whoo, Why were we using a shampoo called Brick on our hair? I mean, what was it gonna do? It was gonna break your hair out. Brick, Yeah. But anyway, I thought, why were we using that? But I'm guessing it probably was reasonable. And people just use whatever they could use on their hair. They didn't think about how we were drying our hair out and how it was breaking it off. The first step, though, if you haven't taken a picture, take it now. Take a picture of your happy spot because your hair will start growing and you won't even remember having a spot like that. So take a picture for your um starting point. And the reason is so you can see your progress because you won't notice it. I promise you won't. It's like watching grass grow. You if you was just standing and you cut your grass, you just stood there and watched it. You're not gonna see it growing, but in a few days you will see it that it needs cutting. So take a picture to keep on your progress. These are my progress pictures with natural hair, and I started off here. These are flat iron, and I'm showing my natural hair straight ish. Because when I say straightish, I don't get it really straight because I don't want to overheat it. Some people actually have their hair, they straighten it really, really straight, like pin straight. I don't. I never pin straight my hair because I don't know. I don't want to put that much heat in it. So this was my first flat ironing. That was probably the second time. This was the third because I don't do it that much. This was here lately. I was looking at that waist and them big old arms. Good gracious. But yeah, this was earlier this year before I trimmed it. I cut an inch off, so that's before I cut the inch off, I think. Oops. Okay. Hair grows about a half inch to a quarter of an inch a month. Most people don't know that or don't believe that. The reason you don't notice it though, if your hair is growing about a half inch and you're losing it from the end, you hear people say, my hair just won't grow. It just won't grow. It's growing. You just don't see it. You can't see it growing because it's coming off the ends. And the way you can tell if your hair is coming off the ends is if you look on the sink when you comb your hair, brush your hair, and you see little short pieces of hair laying on your sink, you're breaking some ends off. Trust me, your ends are breaking. But it grows on the average that much. And I tell people your hair is like a garden. This is growing season. When it gets warm and you start having to mow that yard and you plant your garden and you get in your vegetables, the growing season for your hair works the same way. So in the summertime, it grows a whole lot faster than it does in the wintertime. Now, it's still growing. It just doesn't grow as fast. And if you are an African American descent, then your hair grows curly. Our hair is curly, really coily, curly. And some people like to call it nappy. Most of us don't like to be called that, but it's curly. They're really tight curls, so you really cannot see hair that's growing a spiral because it looks a lot shorter than it is. Okay. If you are really healthy, it can grow up an inch. And I've heard of people getting an inch a month. Now, and a lot of it, they're doing other things. They may be taking something or uh, trying something or massaging their scalps or something, but you can get more than an inch a month. Okay, and this is the hair chart. And when I put this in the training, I remember looking at this and I looked at this chart every day because this chart is what kept me going. I knew that if I'm growing an inch a month, that's 6 inches of hair a year. That's a lot of hair. If that's one way to keep up with whether you're taking care of it right, because if you're taking care of it from root to tip, you're gonna get 6 inches of hair a year. And in 2 years, you can tell I'm doing something right. Now, when I got to the 4 years, that's kind of where mine is right now, is at the 4 year mark. And I've been natural since 2011. So I should have a lot longer hair, but once it got to that, I thought, oh, this is pretty good. And I kind of let up, but I've started back. I'm doing some new things just to see how long it will get. But this chart was something I would look at every day. It was like something to look at and to think about. In a year, you can have that much hair. In 2 years, you can have, some people's hair never seem to get past that 2-year mark. And what it is, they're not getting their roots. They're not taking care of the roots, and they're not taking care of the ends. When I had my relaxed hair, we had a hairdresser, Miss Vassar, and she was so good. I mean, she could put a relaxer in your hair, and it was so pretty. But we would come in and she'd trim the ends, and we'd always go, "Oh, don't cut it, don't cut it." She said, "You don't need it." And then she tell us, we said, "Well, why is it doing that?" She said, "Because you're not taking care of it." And she said every time, she said like this, "You ain't taking care of it," just like that. And what she meant was we wasn't taking care of the ends. We wasn't conditioning, we wasn't doing what we needed to do for it. And she was right. She was right the whole time. Okay. The second thing is pre-poo. Put this in your hair before shampooing. It's just what it says, pre-poo. You put it in pre-shampoo. And I will include the list. This is one of the things. I will mention a few things at the end. Um, the main class will have a lot of stuff about the pre-poo. All right. The third is your clarifying shampoo, and use this to thoroughly cleanse your hair, squeaky clean. Some naturals are afraid of shampoo. I was listening to everybody say, "Oh, shampoo's evil. Don't use it." Well, that's not true. You need to clarify your hair to clean all that old, and my hair is full of oil and gel right now. So you got to use shampoo to get all that stuff out. So when you clarify it, it will get it all out. It will clean all that mess off your hair. And when your hair is not clean, it won't take product. It won't take any mine won't take any more product. It just starts looking dull, and it lets me know it does not want any more of it. Fourth is moisturizing shampoo. And it restores the moisture back into your hair, because the clarifying shampoo, it will dry you out. So the moisturizing shampoo is to restore moisture. The fifth thing is the moisturizing deep conditioner or mask. Now you'll see those words interchanged, and I look to see, and it's not a big difference in a conditioner and a mask that I could tell. I know that both of them will make your hair moisturized, and both of them are great for your hair. But it locks in clean, healthy scalp, and you leave it in for 15 minutes to an hour. And I use a heat cap. And I got a heat cap. Mine's a gel heat cap. That will be on the list. But I like the heat cap because I can put it on and I can clean up the house. I can iron, I can wash, I can move around. I don't have to sit in one place and do that, because my hair washing time it takes most of the day because I like to go slow and look at my hair and look at just check everything and make sure it's doing what it's supposed to do. The seventh thing is the leave-in conditioner, and it's just what it says. It is the leave-in conditioner, meaning you leave in, you put a conditioner on your hair to leave it in. Now, when I first started, I was buying leave-in conditioners, but my hair can handle the rinse-out conditioner, and I'll explain that. So I only use rinse-out conditioners for this. I'll explain that later. 8 is oil to seal the moisture, and this is where the oils come into play. The natural oil and the essential oils mixed together. Those, to me, that works the best to put on. Um, to put on your hair to help hold everything in, because anything you put oil over, it's gonna hold moisture. It's gonna hold stuff. So yeah, that's what that's for. The ninth are trims at least 1 inch a year. And I know you go, inch, but cut that inch off. It's not gonna hurt you. But you only do this. Don't do this year. I mean, you not when you first start. Where we are now, the inch trim will come later on in the year. Um, I cut during a season, and I know people don't think about that. Again, it's a science, but there's a time in the season to everything under the sun, and so trimming your hair has a season. So I like to trim my hair with a season, and I have a cutting chart. It will be part of the bonus information. Okay, and the 10th thing is our styling gel. When I was putting this together, Eco Styler is my gel. That's my gel. The olive oil one is the one I like the most, but I got some organic aloe vera gel, and when you put them two together, they are really good friends. So I like them together a whole lot. Um, they that so that's kind of new for me. So I'm still learning. So this is great. This is really good. That mixed together, I like them together. Not too much of either one, just a little bit of both. And a wide tooth seamless comb. I had never heard of that before myself, but when I went natural, and you look at your comb, most combs have that seam in it. And, I spent quite a bit of money on my wide wide tooth seamless comb. I spent a lot on it. I have 2 actually, and, I keep my combs in my I have a little area in my bathroom, and I keep my combs. I have to put them up because somebody who I'm married to and I live with curly hair likes to use my combs, and then they claim they think it's their combs when they know they go and buy that, when you buy that, pay $1 for that bag and get all them different size combs in the bag. That's where he's been getting his combs from, and he's using my comb saying he thought it was his comb, knowing it was not. So I have a hair uh, thief potential, and so I have to hide my combs from him. I'm not gonna call his name because you'll know him, but he know that wasn't his comb. He had never had a comb that nice before, and I have to hide my combs from him. But the wide tooth seamless comb is the one that I detangle with, and the reason for seamless is because the comb with the seams in it has they all each tooth has a seam in it. So when you drag that down that hair, you're stretching that hair and you're sometimes tearing the hair when you comb your hair, especially if you comb it too hard and too rough. So that seamless comb, it lets the hair slide through smoother and it protects hair. The boar or soft bristle brush, one of my favorite YouTubers called it uh, a different name and got a whole lot of backlash. I'm not gonna call it that. It's a boar or soft bristle brush. That's what it's called. And it's a well, that's in the tools. You all will get a hair toolbox, the one that came live. It stayed for the whole thing. You get a toolbox with all the goodies in it. So you'll know what you'll get what's in the toolbox. Let me say it that way. Hair clips and rollers. And when I say rollers, they're not the rollers. They're not your grandmother's rollers. So you'll see. Now I use my rollers. This is what's interesting about these rollers, and I love, love, love them. Another one of my favorite hair YouTuber used these rollers, and she was the first person I saw use them, and I had to have them after I saw her using them. So I got the spiral ones, but the ones I'm gonna have in my toolbox is they're flat, and I haven't gotten those yet, but they're on my list. So I'm gonna get me some of those. But I use those to stretch my hair. I don't when I'm going to flat iron. I don't blow dry my hair. I just don't like doing it. I'm not good at it, and I feel like I rip out more hair than anything else. So what I do is I comb my hair and I put it in these rollers and get it dry. Then I take the rollers out usually and go to bed. And the next day I put my heat protectant in my hair and flat iron. But I use the rollers for that. But these rollers, when I looked at them, they might work for style. So I'm gonna see. I might get them. The only thing is when you roll up natural hair, though, it will frizz easily. So I don't know, but I'm thinking about getting them just to have some, just to see what my hair looks like with those in them. But that's what I do. I roll my hair up to straighten it, to get it straight, and then I flat iron it from there. And see, it's already separated, parted. All I have to do is just flat iron each section. It's a lot quicker for me. The scarf, the satin scarf, and the satin pillowcase. And I'm gonna stop right there and take a little sip of water. So y'all hold on, get ready for swallows. That's some good water. Okay. These came from a YouTuber as well. I like the satin scarf. Um, and I also have the satin pillowcase. I use both. but I didn't realize that they pull on your hair as much. And I didn't notice that certain tops pull your hair. It'll catch you'll notice your hair's pulling on something and it hurts and it'll pull hair out. So the satin scarf and pillowcase are both essentials. And I think everybody that should have those. All women should sleep on a satin pillowcase or wear the satin scarf or both. Deep conditioning cap. And I mentioned that it's a gel cap. Mine's a gel cap. You heat it up in the microwave and I keep it on for about 30 minutes. I keep it on until it gets cold. It stays warm about 30 minutes. And a hand mirror. The hand mirror, you're thinking, well, everybody knows to have a hand mirror. Everybody don't. I have I have one and my husband has two. They're big. But that's so that you can stand in the mirror, turn your back, and look at your happy spot. Because most of the time, your happy spot is somewhere that you can't see it, which is a good thing. Because if it's where you can't see it, you can actually style your hair when other people won't see it either. But it's so you can see your entire head. And you can see if there's spots that are thinner or need some more attention or something like that. So I recommend having a hand mirror, a big mirror too, so you can see what's going on back there. And hair trimming scissors. My husband gave me some for Christmas. Those are essential. Do not use your scissors that you cut your material with and your kids cut paper with. And you need sharp. My scissors for my hair are sharp. And I keep them put up until I'm trimming my hair. Because I don't want anybody, person I live with, looking at using my scissors to trim stuff like paper or material because it'll damage them. So I want my hair trimming scissors to stay sharp. So I keep them put away so that he's not using them for the wrong things. And the flat iron. Now I put this little in here, allow 4 to 8 weeks for delivery on the tools. I will, like I said, at the end of this, if you're not registered, register so that you can get my list of tools, my list of hair tools. And the list of tools will, I have a list of what I use, what I recommend. And like I said, you can get them from the list because there'll be a PDF that you can just click on the link. Or you can actually take the list and go and buy them however you want to do it. But if you get them from my list, it's going to take a little time because it just takes a while to get that much stuff together and get it out to you. So, but I do have a flat iron in there. I don't flat iron my hair very much. I will flat iron it to do length checks. Because sometimes I need to know how I'm doing. If what I'm doing is working, if you're using something on your hair and it's not working, change it. Now I have a closet full of products that I have started using that I didn't like. My hair didn't like it, so I quit using it, and I changed to something else. So I've been that person that buy all the different products and try different things and I do because like I said, hair is not magic, it's a science. So I will get the science project out and start working with different products to see what I like and what I don't like and what my hair likes and what it doesn't like. So if it's not working, don't keep doing it. So I flat iron just to see if my hair is growing. And that's how I know if I'm getting length and retaining it, then something's working. These are bonuses. And I have the best list of pre-poo things. And I know when you see this, you go, what in this? Are we cooking or working with hair? I have a huge list of just pre-poo stuff, but this is what I'm doing right now at the moment. And this is why I was saying that there's not a magic. You don't have to buy expensive stuff just to have really nice hair, because you could actually buy basic stuff and mix it up and it will help your hair. And this is something that I found, and it's an egg yolk, a teaspoon of coconut oil, teaspoon of castor oil, 7 drops of rosemary, which is my essential oil, and I leave it in my hair for 3 hours. Now, you do this kind of stuff when you have a lot of time to put your pre-poo in and just let it marinate. And I put my conditioner cap on, but you had to be mindful of that egg because I have been in the yard mowing with this on my head, 'cause it takes about 3 hours to cut our yard when I have to cut it. And, your head gets hot when you in the summer, so I did notice a little, white residual on my edges when I came in the house, and I thought, "Oh, no, I'm cooking eggs on my head." But, you do have to be mindful of that, so you don't put a lot of heat. I wouldn't put a lot of heat to this, because that egg will cook into your hair, and that's a mess getting that egg out of your hair. So this one, but this is a pre-poo that I've been using. I like it, and my hair seems to like it. Now, some people are protein sensitive, because egg yolk, that egg is going to be sensitive. That's going to be protein and the coconut oil. So this is where you have to know your hair, and you look at it. If you've got too much protein in your hair, it's going to be stiff. It's not going to uh shine much. It's gonna be dull looking. It's just not, you're gonna know you're over processing it, and it will break if you get it too much protein. So you have to kind of be mindful of the protein if you're protein sensitive. Now, I went a long time without hardly doing any protein to my hair. So I'm probably pushing it with this egg yolk thing, but I'm gonna try it probably another maybe month. I'm gonna keep looking at it. I'm gonna watch my hair as I do it and to just see what happens. Okay, so these are clarifying shampoos, and these are some of them are really cheap. I mean, when I say cheap, these are cheap. But the Suave Clarifying is my favorite. For some reason, I think if a shampoo's going to clarify, it shouldn't have a color. But that's just me. Now, the Kenra Clarifying is pricey. That line is a great line, but it is a little pricey. So if you want to save money while you're experimenting on products, and I do recommend that, do not go for the high dollar stuff when you're learning your hair, because as you shampoo and you condition and you start learning what your hair likes, use the cheaper stuff first, and then when you realize, hey, I like this and this and this, then you can go for the pricier stuff that have better products, or some of the same products in it. But I use a Suave Clarifying for mine, and I buy a big old bottle of it for very little. I don't even remember how much. I'll get the price of that the next time I do this, because I will do this again. But I'll have some more. I have prices for the ones that I use, because I know how much I'm paying. These are moisturizing shampoos. The Crème of Nature line. I have some Crème of Nature in my stash, as I call it. I use it some. And I don't have anything against Crème of Nature. Actually, it's a good product. It's good just for moisturizing shampoo. The Shea Moisture you see mostly at Walmart. It's easier to come by. Walmart, and Sally's have the whole line. I didn't realize they had it all, but Sally's is about the best place to go to find them all. Main Choice 4-leaf clover. That's where I got that from, Sally's. It is a little pricey if you get the shampoo, the washout conditioner, and the leave-in conditioner. And I got the hair vitamin, so I got the whole everything I could see on that in that 4-leaf clover group. I got the whole thing because I wanted to try it out. I've never tried it, so I wanted to see if I liked it. But the Real Salt Clay is one of my favorites. And I mix it with apple cider vinegar, the apple cider vinegar with the mother in it. I mix them together, and then I put it on my hair, and I wash it out. Now it's not going to lather, because it's a clay. It's really, they call it mud. And I've actually bought the mud shampoo. I should have added that one to the list too. It's called mud. But what it is it gets all the grease and all the gunk, and there's no additives, nothing in this stuff, because it comes to you dry and you mix it up before you use it on your hair. And it defines my curls like nobody's business. I just ordered some and I am excited. But I'm going to finish the Main Choice before I move back to my clay. But I do like the Main Choice. I do. It's pricey, but I do like it. But those are your moisturizing shampoos that I recommend, that I've used. Leave-in conditioners. Giovanni's at the top, because that's where I started. One of my favorite YouTubers, Chime, was using the Giovanni at the very beginning of her journey, and her hair is amazing. And started using Giovanni, and I've used it for a long time, but I stopped using it because I wanted to try some other stuff. One of my other YouTubers that I enjoy, Jujubee, was using the Nourish Spa. So I wanted to try that, and y'all have a good story about the Nourish Spa. I, I live in rural Mississippi, so we don't have a Trader Joe in the state of Mississippi, but we do have one in Alabama. So I just contacted the people in Alabama and I said, "Hey, I want to get 6 bottles of Nourish Spa conditioner." They were like, "Why don't you want the shampoo?" I said, "Well, I'm doing something." So didn't go into detail, but um, I was at home getting ready to go to work, and the I didn't even hear the man drive up, but the delivery guy put the box out on the front porch, and so I brought it in and I took them. I said, "Oh, here's my Nourish Spa conditioner. This is great." And so I kept taking it out and I looked for a bill. I thought, well, who do I pay and how much do I pay? Because I knew it was a good deal when you get it from Trader Joe. Now, if you order it from Amazon or eBay, it's going to be pricey because you got to pay shipping and some other stuff. So I called them and I said, "Hey, I don't have a bill. What do I do?" And they said, "Oh, it's a gift." And I'm like, "Are you kidding me? I got 6 bottles of Nourish Spa, and that was last year. So I'm still working on using that. And I do love Nourish Spa. So next time we go through um, Alabama, I'm gonna stop at Trader Joe and get some more of that. But they were so, so, so nice. And that was the best bless that I got that day. I was happy all day. But it is, I like both of those. The main choice for leaf clover. Now I um did not notice that they have a styling conditioner or a leave-in conditioner. I mean, yeah, a leave-in conditioner, and they probably do. And I tell you what I did, it's pricey. So I just went right on ahead and that rinse out conditioner I mentioned earlier, I use it for a leave-in conditioner. And it works so good. It's got some of the best products, some of the best ingredients in it. So I went ahead and kept it. I said, I'm just gonna use this as a leave-in. So I didn't wash it out. I just kept it in my hair and sealed it in. And my hair, the best wash and go. I've never done a wash and go before, and it works so good. So I'm using the washout main choice 40 clover as a leave-in, and it is amazing. But the main thing to having good, healthy hair is to build your regimen and start your healthy journey as soon as you can. And when I say as soon as you can, I'd start right now because the regimen is the key. Like I said, it's not in a product, it's in the regimen. It's the order that you put the products in your hair. And if you think about it, it's like making a cake. You could have a cake, you have all the ingredients for a cake. You got your flour, you got your eggs, you got your butter, you got sugar, and you got to have all of them to make a good cake. You can make a cake, that's that's not really good because it's not mixed right. And if you put the egg and the butter together and that butter is hot, it's going to cook that egg and you have a lumpy cake with pieces of egg in it. So with your hair regimen, it's the same thing. If you're trying to grow your hair, you're trying to fill in some thin spots, or you're trying to fill in some thin edges, you got to put that regimen together to where everything is done in a certain order, and you do it every time you wash your hair. Now, some people wash their hair more than once a week. I don't, because it takes me so long when I do, because I like to take my time and look at my hair when I'm washing and taking care of it. So I only wash my hair once a week. I will in the summer because it's so hot, and I will moisturize it. I've been moisturizing and retwisting it all this week just to see if I could do it if it was too much trouble. So I'm putting it in big chunky twist. I at some point in the class itself, when I put the class together, the one that I'll sell, there'll be videos showing how I do what I do. But um, you have to actually follow a regimen. You have to have steps that you do, and you do them the same way to get the results that you're trying to get to. Because you can get there, I promise you. Um, and send me a copy of your before picture once we get more viewers and more people watching. And I will do this. This is not the end. This was just my first one, my first hangout. and it has been amazing. I enjoyed it very much. We'll do another one. I will do possibly another one next week. Probably will. To just to help get everybody used to me and used to what I'm talking about, and we will go from there. But I want to see a copy of your before picture so that I can help you as we move through this. At the end of the month, send me an updated picture, and that will be July the 16th for this training. And we'll see if what I recommended actually helped, and I know that it will because I know that it helped others. Then we'll tweak your regimen. If it's not looking like you want it to, I'll tweak it. We'll tweak it. We'll do some other stuff to it. But you should at least see a quarter of an inch growth. If you're not, we will do what we can to get that growth. Give me a detailed review if you are happy. I would like to see a happy picture of you with your new growth and your picture of before and after. And be safe. Make sure you're not allergic to any of the products. If you have itchy scalp, if your face swells, and I promise you, don't put anything on your scalp to grow your hair. If you are allergic, it does not matter. It's not worth being sick. So just be very mindful of what you're allergic to. If you have to do skin, put a little on your skin and see if it makes you itch, or if you don't feel good about it, don't do it. Um, I can tell y'all this. I was doing the monostat thing early on, and I do believe that it did cause migraines, and I still have migraines every now and then, and I'm not sure if it's from that or what, but don't just put anything in your hair to get hair growth. It's not worth it. This has been Fix My Broken Hair, and my name is Regina Dean Reed, and I will be back. We will do some more. I will probably do another survey this following week to see what else you all want to know. And I'll keep adding to this training to make sure I'm getting the information out here to help people get their hair from not being broken anymore. So that is all for tonight. And as I promised, I told y'all I wouldn't hold y'all long. You still got time to go to bed. You can go to church and go to church. But that's really up to you. That's up to you. But you know, it'd be a good thing if you did. But that's all I have for tonight. And I will be back at a later date. If anyone have any questions, I am open now for questions. And I'm going to see if there's any questions. You can ask them there to the side. If you're on my broadcast page, you should be able to see it. Um, I hope you can. I can't. Let me go back to my live stream. I'm going to just see if I see any questions anywhere. I don't see any. So I'm going to just believe that you all that we are finished for tonight. I'm going to see if my Q&A shows up. Okay, I see how to get to my Q&A. This is good. I'm still getting there. And if y'all have any questions, if anybody's out there with a question that's just burning, you can ask it now. If not, I will see you all on the next one. And this has been a lot of fun. I needed this presentation to see how it worked. So that's it for me. I'm fixing to go and take a bath and go to bed. But I will see you all at a later time. Thank you. Oh.